Brought to you from the highest park in the world most probable city, the KiNK!
Hi everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
So what's been like happening recently? You've been ignoring me and stuff. No, but seriously, you have. Welcome to the show. How you guys liking season 2, huh? It's good, yeah? Yeah. A bit different? Yeah, well shut up. Because I don't think it's any good. Somebody asked me the other day how long it takes to make an episode of the show. It takes hours. And hours 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 and and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and criminals in prison are funny, aren't they? They're like adults who have been grounded. But like a mega grounding. Like what I did last night. I trust you guys to make that something dirty. You guys need to get out of the gutter. The KiNK audience need to get out of the gutter. Well, there's certainly no guttering on tonight's show. We've got some Oscar Wilberting, the news, disco aerobics, and at the end, a special social activism segment about the police. Are they being too strict? But before that, we have something. We got KiNK mail before that. So let's check the mailbox for some kinky mail.
You've got mail. 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 You've got mail. You've got mail. Mail. You've got mail.
I just want to say thanks again to Ricky Gervais for sending us this photo. We put it in a frame and it looks good. Alright. Here's a video sent in by Sarah J, and it's of her old aerobics comp from the 80s. Undie Rigler will appreciate this one. She's a lady with the blonde curly hair, and she says she just wants to show off her old aerobics talent. And we found it funny, so let's roll the footage.
America's best aerobic athlete.
Good on you, Sarah. If you need advice or have something funny, send it into the kink111@gmail.com or message it to our Facebook page. Now, after seeing that video, I bet you're all pumped up and ready and excited for some Undie Rigler and the disco aerobics.
Hello, ladies. Wow, that 80s video was just fantastic, wasn't it? Yeah, whoa. You know, you can get to that level with a bit of practice, yeah? Well, I started out in the 80s and I was terrible, you know. I watch videos of those sort of people and I get so upset. Oh, I get very upset, you know. I go, I can never be like that. I could never dance like that, you know. But years later, you know, you get there with practice, and now I got the aerobics down pat, yeah, and I will be entering that competition. Yeah, next year I enter that one, and I win. That's right, I win. Oh, alright, well, first thing, pick up your weights, yeah, the little hand weights. Oh, pick up the hand weights like this, yeah, okay. We do a simple bicep curl, that's it. Yes, one hand, left hand, alright. Okay, now remember, we're going to move around during this one, okay? So we start this side, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, front. 5, 6, 7, 8, side. 9, 10, 11, 12, back to middle. 13, 14, 15, 16, side, 17, 18, 19, 20. So when you move around like that, it works out the abs. You got to walk around carrying the weights. And when you have your break, don't put the weights down on the ground. You hold them in your hand, you know, and you walk around a bit, and it all works out those abs. That's right. You can even have these weights while you're running. That's a very good one. The jog one, but you need a lighter weight. These are too heavy to run with. Only experts like me can run with this one. But remember that tip, ladies. And I'll see you next week, eh?
Well, it's good that you're nice and warmed up. We have to go to an ad break, but there is some huge, blockbuster, unbelievably, just mega huge, absolutely awesome stuff coming up. So make sure you stay watching. Can't believe it. It's so big. Welcome back. During the ad break, the network forgot to roll an ad, so we just have to quickly roll it now, and we'll continue with the show.
Press me, my sweet irresistible you. Don't be a naughty girl, no, 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 no. 'Cause when I taste your smell, I just won't go. Embrace me the way that I embraced you. Doritos, not as dry as you think.
Well, it's good we got that sorted out. Now it's time for some Tales of Literature with Oscar Wilbert.
Five kings make war on Gibeon. Now it happened that Odenik Zedek, the king of Jerusalem, was told that Joshua had conquered Al. Al, for art thou? For art thou Romeo? For art thou Doth? Doth art thou Romeo? For art thou Romeo? Doth art? Ooh.
What about me?
Well, I was going to introduce you just in a few seconds. This is Jake.
Stacy!
Yes, it's Stacy, isn't it? I happened to make a mistake.
Did you say steak?
No, I said I made a mistake.
Alright. Just in case you're wondering, I like steak.
I like steak too, Stacy. Stacy, tell me about your transformation.
364! 365!
Michael, take a seat.
Who the fuck's Michael?
Sorry, I just got your name wrong. It's Stacy, isn't it? Yes, it's Stacy. So, but just read out some of your poetry, Stacy.
Real women don't cuss.
Yes, they sure don't cuss.
Juliet, where is thou flower of the special flume? For which path shall we take that will not lead us to the devil's den in the land of sin?
No. No. You just...
This color suits
No. Oh. The camera's back on. The camera's back on.
you. Oh, is it?
Okay.
More. Sorry.
Welcome back. Well, poetry is great, isn't it? Now we've got the news.
Melting man's house is wrong. What's going on in your city? What's going on in the world? Otherwise, they'll ramp you down to the ground.
A Surrey Hills man that was clocked going at 200 kilometers an hour on the Eastern Freeway today was arrested after refusing to pull over to the curb when the police flashed their lights at him. He led the police on a 20-minute pursuit, and with the help of a police helicopter, ground forces caught him.
Change as well. When I get that sorted on Monday. Sorry, man. I shouldn't know what's. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have been speeding. I've got a full license.
And for those who are interested, his motorcycle was the latest Ducati. It's a nice bike. We now have a live connection with Antonio and Mario, who are on Great Keppel Island. Hey guys.
Hey, Andy, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How's the Great Keppel Island going?
The what?
The island you're at.
I didn't understand that either.
It's Great Keppel Island. The island you're at.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
I didn't know I was there.
Yeah, we're
That's
just here.
But did you just get there or something?
No, but we just been here.
I just got here. I don't know where I am. He bought a ticket for me, so. Where were you, Mara? What are you doing here?
You're wearing a t-shirt.
I don't worry
Your
about
singlet there
names.
says Great Keppel Island on it, and your hat says Great Keppel Island.
Oh shit.
That's why I sent those things. I told them you have to wear clothes of where you're from, where you're going to, and that.
Sorry, I was too drunk.
How come my shirt doesn't say that? If that's the point of the
No
thing.
money, no honey.
What's that?
Oh.
Isn't that like a shirt that ladyboys wear?
What? Really?
Yeah.
He's a female with a
That's
big...
why I've been getting all these looks from people, like just funny faces from people.
Yeah.
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 These two people being like guys being having like kind of like a
you,
thing.
Mario,
for me.
nice peloso. Harry.
Yeah, I am a bit hairy actually.
You are.
It just comes with territory.
Yeah. So what's it like up there? Is it like the weather's all hot and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot like chicks, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've been a bit,
Calm down, Antonio.
been sweating a bit. Yeah.
Can you smell it?
A bit of hormones going on.
Smell it, cause it. Oh, you want to smell it?
No, I don't want to smell it.
Smell it. Oh, God.
Wait, I can smell it in the It's alright.
that wakes me up. Yeah.
You know
Snaps
what?
you out of
Like,
it.
I got to send you guys to places where there's no women because Antonio just can't handle it.
I know.
I can't handle a woman.
But you know,
Yeah.
Well,
Because
no,
Italians, they're like that.
They're not for me.
but
Yeah.
women's dig him. I don't know. Like they just like him.
Well, that's good. But,
Chicks
but you know,
are thinking.
me and you, Mario, you know, us Costa Ricans and that, we're not like that.
I know. I'm just like a pretty proper person.
Costa Rica, I like
I'm not
the
even
girls.
Costa
Lot
Rican,
of
Mario.
boys.
Huh?
I'm not Costa Rican.
Yeah, I know.
I was making a joke. You're supposed to laugh at it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Flat.
just thought I just like the like someone being from where I'm from. You know, it's just like not thin. You know, no one's from where I'm from. It's like such a fucking tiny.
Is the
place.
weather in Costa Rica like it is up in
Oh yeah,
Queensland?
this is it.
This is it, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is like Sicily.
This is like bringing back
Very,
all these
very hot.
memories, like gushing in my mind.
Wash me. Is
Yeah,
it?
wash you. We need to wash you.
So, like, what's the latest update with Melbourne's weather?
Shit ass, man.
I don't know why we always
Melbourne
have
weather
to
is just the worst you can have.
I don't know why we always have to be bringing Melbourne weather and all that.
You see, I got my umbrella with me.
I don't want to know about Melbourne right now.
I don't, you guys know about the weather. You're like meteorologists and that. So
Oh, yeah.
Like we want
We
to know
get
what's-
paid for that, yes.
My show reports the weather for tomorrow, so people know what it's going to be like. So
To be honest,
we do
I
that,
go
yeah.
on my iPhone and I look what the weather is, and it's just perfect.
so you're not even
90% it's perfect, man.
you-
All
what-
the time. You want to see it?
No, but I want to know what the weather's like in Melbourne now. Tell me the weather now in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's,
Let me have a look, hold on.
We know how it is roughly. Yeah, it's like
14.
no, it's rainy, shitty weather.
It's 14 with the sunny, and then you have to get out with umbrella.
Yeah, well, that's how Melbourne is. You know,
That's what it is.
that's
All
what
right,
we
so
got on
what's the max temperature going to be tomorrow?
14.
14.
It's always 14, man.
Wow. All right, that's
You know
good
that.
to know. No, that's all I want to know.
It's always 14.
Anyway, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your trip.
Oh yeah, we
Thank
will.
you.
All right, I'll see you later.
You want to
Ciao.
give us a high five before we
High
go?
five, man.
All right, that's it for the news. We have to go to an ad break, but a special Q&A discussion about social activism and the police is coming up. So make sure you stay watching. Yeah, it's like that Q&A show, but not boring. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's show, and it's got me thinking. Sometimes in life there are people who tell you what to do, and that's fine. But what if you don't want to do whatever it is they want you to do? What if what they want you to do is something wrong? Do you shut up and do what they want? Do you refuse to do it? Or do you just run away? You know, a friend of mine lost his driver's license recently for using his mobile phone while driving. He had his phone on hands-free, but to answer the phone call, he had to touch the phone screen for half a second, and the police saw him. Fine, demerit points, suspension. Somebody a few days ago was riding their bike, and they rode without hands for a bit. You know how good bike riders can do that. Well, the police saw him, and he ended up getting a fine. This actually happened in Melbourne. What I just said actually happened. I'm not exaggerating. And it's always a fine, never a punishment where you have to pick up rubbish or something like that from a river. They want the money. It's 100% revenue raising. The policeman who gave out this fine, you are what's wrong with just everything. Everything. And to the person who got the fine, who I know is contemplating paying it, if you pay it, then you deserve whatever comes your way in the future. You're the sort of person who would have easily been taken into a concentration camp by the Nazis in World War II, barely resisting. Things weren't like this in the 80s. In the 60s, the police used to follow behind cars for a few minutes to make sure that the driver was actually speeding dangerously before they'd fine him. Today, instead of catching criminals, the police spend their time picking on people who haven't done anything wrong. How many fines or taxes do we have to pay before we refuse to pay them? When is it considered stealing? Because that's what it is. Forcefully taking something that someone doesn't want to give. How far does it have to go before you say, hey, I don't tread on you, so don't you tread on me? You give them an inch and they'll take a mile. And that isn't an exaggeration. You can see the evidence all around you that they have taken a mile. Speeding cameras started off with a few at some major intersections in the early 90s. Now look at how many we have. And they make driving more dangerous because they force the driver to take their eyes off the road to check the speedo all the time. Take your eyes off the road? Doesn't that sound a bit familiar to looking at a text message while driving? And everybody knows how dangerous it is when the light goes orange. Everyone slams on their brakes. They can throw statistics at you saying it saves lives, it saves lives, it saves lives. But we know the truth. Cars today are way safer than cars in the past. That's what's saving the lives. Out of all the cars I've seen get flashed by these cameras, none of them have been driving dangerously. They just went a little bit over because they had their eyes where they should be, on the road. They can find as many good people as they want, and they will. But what can we do? You know, the English used to control America, and they had a small tax which they made the Americans pay when buying tea. A small tax. And you know what the Americans did? They grabbed their guns and told the English where to go. They drove the English out, then set up their own government where there was no tax, where people had rights to be left alone, where there wasn't a big government making things harder for the average Joe. And it was awesome. It made the greatest nation on earth. Don't ask about them now, they've gone away from what made them great. It happened slowly, bit by bit, until one day you wake up and people are getting ridiculous fines for riding a bicycle incorrectly. When are you going to stand up for common sense? Many people can't just run away from this. And what if you've got better things to do and don't want to have to fight them? Well, physically fighting causes more problems because the enemy gets angry and fights back, harder and harder. That's the last thing we want. Peacefully refuse to go along with it. Just continue doing what you want and know that you are no criminal. Channel 31 is going to be cancelled at the end of next year if we don't do something about it. There's no good reason for why it should be cancelled. It's self-funded, meaning the station doesn't take money to run like ABC does. ABC costs your taxpayers money to run. You're paying for it. Channel 31 is more popular than it's ever been, and the main TV stations are least popular than they have ever been. It's no wonder they want to shut us down. Now with digital TV, more people can get Channel 31. It used to be that dodgy fuzzy station with dodgy TV shows. But with modern technology, Channel 31 is not that anymore. Now it's competing with the big boys. If they had a good reason to get rid of it, then I wouldn't be saying this. There is no good reason to get rid of it. Support community TV. And that's the lesson of the day, children. If you missed out on tonight's episode, which is pretty weird because you're watching it now, you can always YouTube search the KiNK TV show, click on the link, and visit our channel. It's got all the episodes there. And until next week's episode, take care of yourself and do what you want to do. See ya.